Alright folks, following day, we're back at it, getting ready to get started. I did put a push button on it. I was having issues with the original push button. Finally went bad on it to start it, so we got a new one on there. And let me see, what do we got in store? I think what I'm going to do, where these cuts are, I'm going to run an upright and I'm going to run an upright. Now they're not going to be exactly in the same place on each side, but I don't care. I'd rather have something on there I can weld to instead of I laid a piece up there and tried to double up and it just didn't look right. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then we're actually gonna run from up top all the way down another piece, and then we're going to keep working on that, try to get everything finished up here, because I think we're gonna speed things up here and try to get this job over with. I'm not talking about the job of this, I'm talking about the job of getting the boiler out. All right. Okay, we are just about done with the cage. A little more welding to do here and there, but we're getting all that finished. I added some weight. I probably added a bunch of weight to the front, but I actually added some weight to the back. It's at least 200 pounds. And I hadn't checked it to be for sure, but we can figure it up. But yeah, that'll help out a whole lot. So, all right. Okay folks, we're here to get try to get the boiler. I'm not going to say we're here to get it, but we're here to try to get it. So I've got the skid steer back in the wood. I'll get my fire extinguisher. Forgot to mount it on the machine. I want to take a chance. We are following my trail back to it. I had to stop and get my bearings because I didn't know where I was from the boiler, but I'm actually not that far from it, and I just can't see it. So I figured out what I need to do and where I need to go. So I need to back up a little bit, cut to the right, and try to knock some of this kudzu vine down or whatever it is. All right, we'll see what happens here. All right, folks, I'm almost to the boiler. It's right through these trees. And as you can see, I have got a load of crap on my skid steer, but we're getting there. But look what I found. On-shaft pulley. I like it. That's definitely coming out of here. It's sheet metal instead of cast iron like a lot of them. And I got the feeling there's probably a lot of stuff around in here. I'm definitely going with us, because that is, as wide as that is, that could have easily been the pulley that steam engine ran. So, all right, folks. As you can see, this is my skid steer loader directly in front of me, and we had no plans to camouflage it, but that's what you get when you drive through here. So we're here. The problem is I can't get to my winch or nothing on the skid steer. The boiler is right here, and the plan is to hook at this end of it. There's a big concrete block right here, but I'm going to roll it around this way and try to drag it up the hill. And we're going to see how that works out. But anyway, so this is something I hadn't planned on, but we did make it to it. That's the important thing. And we really didn't take any trees out, just a bunch of vines. So, and they'll be growed back by probably the end of the week, the way it is around here. So I am wrapped up everywhere. So I'm going to get the solids off. Yeah. What'd you find? Something cool? Oh, okay. It's a screw insulator. Yep, screws on top of the pole.
Why is there more in my vehicle?
Because I found more down here. Bobby got all the other ones. Okay, so I did make a chain box, and I do have it loaded full of chain. and I made it where each can hook on the same hooks. Now this is an oddball with only a hook on one end, so, but I've got some really good chains in there. So I got one or two that they're not the best, but it looks like I'm close enough. I'm going to be able to winch no problem, and then hopefully we can run through here somewhere if we have to and find a tree. I'd get on that one if I had to move over. But let's see what we've got. I'll be back, darling. We'll get the saws off. Okay. Yeah, we can actually, we've got enough chains and stuff that I can come back to the base of that tree if I need to, really low, and we shouldn't have any issues. So, anyway, I'm sure we'll be worn out by the time the day's over. This walking stuff is going to kick my butt, but we did make it into it, and we're going to start winching and dragging here in a minute. All right. Okay, folks, so what we've got here, me and my wife are down here, and I've tightened up here. 4-part line, 3-part line, 4-part. Well, if you count the dead man coming back. So we're using 2 snatch blocks and a 4-part line. We've got 1 snatch block on this side of the boiler to a mount, and then I've got the other one running over top with a cable and the snatch block hooked up in there and pulling from the other side of the boiler. So we're actually pulling both sides, but we started pulling and I'm actually chained off to a tree. Way back there, the biggest tree you see up there. But the chain's never tightened up. So we're getting enough, because of all the brick and the block and stuff, we're getting enough grab here that we're not moving so far. So let's go down here and take a look and see how far the boiler has moved, because we don't know. All right, we're pulling it right out from these trees. We're just going to let the tree stay here. It's definitely moved. Everything looks good. Yeah, it's left its resting spot there. So I'm going to winch it a little bit more on it. Now we've just moved it 6 inches or so. What we're trying to do is, there's a big concrete block right here. I mean big one. Well, unfortunately straight through there's another one. So we have got to swing this boiler in between them two and shoot it up. That's the plan. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to try to roll it. If we can roll it, I think I can get this side up enough where I can get a chain around it. We're going to put a big chain around it, because we're having trouble. There we go. Don't roll. He's coming. He's coming slow. 4-part line. All right. Okay, so we're coming to check and see if this thing is up yet. It's fixed to start going in the ground. I think I'll go and get my chain laid out. That'll be a smart thing. I'm hoping I can get it up in the air. If I can get it up to here, I know it'll be up in the air. So everything's looking good. Everything's working fine. We're getting out from under the tree. The tree will be falling here in a minute. So, okay. Working all right. We're going to keep at it here. It's a big tree too. I don't want to be around when it falls. So. All right. Now hopefully when this thing gets up, it's going to turn. Slide and turn. Keep going. Got a ways before it rolls. Well, there's where she was. Coming right on. Oh, if I could get some daylight under that side. And we might come up and let off. Maybe it'll roll back and we get the chain up under it. Ooh, I think we can get it. Almost. Okay, she's coming up. Okay, I think I'm going to stop her about right there. Okay, folks, we're at an all stop. Everything's good, working good. It's digging in good. It's actually holding. So far, it hasn't made it tighten the chains up yet on the tree, which is probably a good thing because the less we got to pull on trees, the better we are. So, yeah, it's pulling it just fine. No problems yet, except for one, and I'll show you. Okay, on one side of the boiler, it had it had mounts on both sides of the boiler originally, but on one side, this was on there, and I was hooked to it, and we broke it. That's about, well, that was about 1 inch originally, but it was rusted down. So that was the issue. I think everything else is good. I think once we get this chain around it, and we can, ooh, I hear the tree popping. It's not good. Yeah, the tree ain't off of the end of the boiler yet. It will be here shortly. So what I done was I actually hooked both hooks to the same cable that I had running around, and we're about to the top right there. So I won't go any farther. So I think I'm going to set the chain in there and then maybe release it, let it go back down. And once it goes down, it should be able to expose the chain enough to get it hooked. And then we can start really dragging it out. So far so good though. Everything's working pretty good. Alright. Still moving. Now it's starting to turn some. That's what we really want. Yep, the back's going down. That's what we need. Alright, good. It's worrying me because it was all coming, but we needed to twist around so we can get it out between these rocks. That's exactly what's happening right now. Excellent. Hold up.